Alright, so welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be fixing up our floorboard, basically where our feet been going while we're trying to row. We haven't had anything to brace our feet against, so I got these aluminum tubes here, rectangular, and I'm basically just going to place them here, evenly on each side. So that we'll be able to brace our feet up against it. I got some of this anti-slip tape, so we will be putting some of this grip stuff. You can see it's basically the stuff that kind of put like on steps so you don't slip. So that'll help because basically we'll be in a wet boat. So I'm basically going to put this kind of over the top and along the edge here. It's pretty thick, so I think that'll cover all of it. But I basically have already measured my holes where I'm going to drill through here. And so I'm basically going to do 4 on each one. And this is basically just a nut and bolt combination here with a little hex you can see there. So I got my appropriate tools over here. The hex that fits right in there. And then we got our little wrench here that fits that. So I'm going to drill through here, flip it over, mark my spots, drill through this bad boy, stick these guys through, tighten them up. So pretty simple. Let's jump into it. This is a stepper bit, and it should really help make these holes nice and clean. And if I need to actually make it a little bit wider for the bolt to fit through easier, it's pretty easy just to bump up in thickness little by little. So again, you can see I've already marked all my spots here, and I'm just going to go basically through this side. Oh yeah, money. You can see it's got the 1/2 inch, 3/8, quarter, and these guys are all quarter. But let's see so far if that quarter is going to work pretty good. Oh, look at that. Voila! There you go. That was easy. Now we gotta mark our spots on here. I'm basically gonna put these guys on this one right here. I'm gonna bring them up flush to that guy, and then I'm gonna do about, this is a 1/4 inch, so I'm gonna go 1 1.25 inches. So that way there's some space from here to here, because this part is usually like where the tube is. So I want to make sure this isn't going to be in the way of the tube. We're trying to put the piece in to lock these together. So I think that'll be enough space that we shouldn't have any issues. So 2.5 inches here. That intersection is where I want to be. I'll do those two first and see how they go before we mark the other two. Alright, because it is so thick, without making it thicker, I'm going to have to flip it and then do the other side. Now we got our holes, and I'm just going to take it down to the quarter again. So looks like they're pretty good. Oh yeah, look at that. Precision. Warm them up. Get our nuts in there. Shoot, that GoPro's too hot. She quit on us. Basically, I'm having to start with the screw all the way down so that I can fit my fingers in here. I'm trying to start with it super low so I can get my fingers in here and stick the nut on there and tighten it from the bottom. Phew, P.S. I'm getting destroyed by some mosquitoes right now. So that's cool. Alright, so I got all 4 in there. With the nuts on them. So now I'm going to tighten them up. As you can see, these things are flat. They're actually a little bit rounded on the edge. And once they're all the way in there flat, they'll be pretty smooth, so they shouldn't like rub against the bottom of the boat really. Which was the idea. Alright, that's all 4 of them tightened up pretty nicely. You can see pretty flush. So that'll sit nicely against the bottom. I'm not going to chafe, rub it, scratch or anything like that. And it's pretty solid to be able to brace against. So we will do number 2. Bam! Got number 2 on there. So they're both on there, nice and secured. All the screws on the bottom, super flush. Again, you can see they're rounded there. So next step is going to be anti-slip. Covers the whole top, and I can kind of round it to the edges here, which I think is basically perfect. I'm gonna cut this and stick them on there. Hold please, use scissors. There we go, that makes more sense. That's what I figured. Did not come with instructions, so I figured it had to be easy enough that I could figure out. That makes sense. Okay. So we'll start back here. Like a this. There's a little roller it came with. Oh, look at that, that's fancy. So my only question is how long is that bottom piece gonna hold up for? Because, you know, it's got that bend. That goes on there pretty nice. Pretty satisfied. This roller is pretty cool actually to put this stuff on. Came with that anti-slip tape. That's basically gonna wrap this one up, guys. The end result, I think this will serve us well. So stay tuned. Fishing adventure coming up next time. Yeah.